Hey everyone, it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is day 7 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches series number 7. And today's sketch is from October afternoon, and it was chosen by JQ Crafty, who was one of the November winners. So I am using the gorgeous Daydream collection. So I'm doing it pretty literal, as you can see. I have cut out the word love from this beautiful, it's not a polka dot paper. Those are actually little hearts. And at this point, I'm not sure if I'm going to use the positive or the negative of that. And I know I want to use like that front page that shows like everything that all the papers that are in the collection. And so I'm using that for my stripes down at the bottom. Now, obviously my stripes are going the other direction, but that is just fine. So I did ultimately decide that the title with the cutouts pops a little bit more on this black and white polka dot. So the front sheet is it's a little short. So I am going to trim down the entire paper, and I'm fine with that. It's not very much. It's just a tiny amount. And I think I forgot I cut it down, to be honest. So here I am thinking, okay, how am I going to fix this? And this is where I'm like, okay, I'm going to trim it down. And so since I trimmed down one side, I got to trim down another side. So ultimately I should back it with something, unless the page before its background paper looks good behind it. So we'll see. I think I forgot to do that. So here is my letters love. So I'm going to just tape runner those down. I have taped the bottom sheet on, and the picture that I am using is of my husband and our goddaughter, and we were at the river, and she was so very nice to put sunscreen on the top of his bald head, so he wouldn't get sunburned. We have a terrible incidence of burning in our family, so we are very on top of the sunscreen. So I am not going to matte my photo. It has a white border on it already. The reason I'm not going to matte it is because there's so much different pattern papers down on the bottom. I don't want to build it up too much. And I am going to add the word is, and these are, I got these at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure where they're from, that they're multicolored. So it says love is, and then I'm going to take these sequins, which are the lovey-dovey sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I'm just going to do 3 little dots. So love is ... just like it is in the sketch. This is probably one of the closest literal takes on a sketch in a while, other than their photo is vertical and mine is horizontal. I am even going to get that little heart in there. Not the arrow though. So I guess that's close. So this is my little chipboard piece. It's a little thing of sunscreen and it says SPF 50. So my title is Love is ... SPF 50. So because I am using that front paper, it has like the barcode on it. So Amber's suggestion to cover that up was to just grab some florals from the die cuts, which is exactly what I did. So I'm going to add a total of 3, 2 big and 1 small, and I will have them slightly going off the page. And so I will trim just off the extra of those, but that will cover up that area. So that front piece that has all of the beautiful pieces of paper is so usable. So this tiny little cutoff I have, I'm going to use that as a strip between the black and white paper and all of the colorful papers, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a finished look. Like I feel like it just had too many raw little edges. So I'm going to put that both on that side of the photo and this side of the photo. And then this was fairly late at night when Amber and I were scrapping. And I'm looking at this layout, and I mean, according to the sketch, it's pretty much done. Like there doesn't need to be much more embellishing. I grab one of these corduroy hearts and put that by the word is. I also grab another floral from the chipboard piece and put that below it. But like right now, this layout could be done. It looks exactly like the sketch. But then I'm like, you know what? I think I need to sew some sequins, because that sounds like a 1 a.m. idea, right? And so I take 6 pieces of white embroidery floss and my lovey-dovey sequins, and I am going to just stitch these sequins all the way around all of the letters. I don't make you watch that, because let me tell you, it took forever. And I am stitching and Amber is over there scrapbooking, and I'm like, do you have a page done yet? Because I am still stitching. Like I felt like she could do a page with every letter, but it just took a long time. And honestly, like looking at it now and then looking at it here before, like it absolutely needed that. Like absolutely. But my thread was just getting all bundled up. Like I was having a rough time. I feel like it maybe wasn't a 2 a.m. project. It may have been like morning tea project. I'm not really sure. But I love how it looked. How it looks, because it's not past tense. This is how it is. So there it is, all done. I give you a little bit of a close-up, and I think the only other things that I am going to add, I add a few things from the sticker sheet. I add a couple of florals, 2 word stickers. One says fantabulous and one says too funny. And that's pretty much going to be my layout. So I am super excited to see what everybody else's take on this sketch is, because you can do so many things. You can go very literal, like I went literal, but I anticipate there's going to be other words, not just love. I anticipate flipping it and turning it on its side, and I'm just so excited to see what everybody is going to do with this sketch. I feel like when you have a more simple sketch, that people's imaginations just work a little bit more and they bring in a lot more of their personality. Unless it's, you know, like a Saturday night and it's 1 a.m. and I'm going quite literal with things. So, in the description box below will be a link to everybody that I am aware of that is playing along today. There are several of us playing along every day, and then there are several popping in and out whenever they can, which is super awesome. And so not only are you going to have inspiration on YouTube, but we have a bunch of friends playing over on Instagram as well. And then, of course, there is that awesome Facebook group where you can find the sketch and you can play along, and you can leave your take on that sketch in there for all of us to look at, because we love seeing what you create. And then if you are on social media, we would love it if you would tag us or use the hashtag or just something, so that we have a way of seeing what you are making with the sketch. Also, if none of that works, you can always leave a comment on this video or one of our videos, and direct us to your take on this sketch, because trust me, like, we absolutely love to see what you guys are making. So that is my layout done. I do have some close-ups that are not quite as dark as my 1 a.m. video. So there it is. If you want to get your hands on some sequins, you can use my code Crystal15 at Spiegel Mom Scraps as well. So remember to wear your crown, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.